Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, today is Monday, January 5th, 2026. I hope you guys are having a really good day so far. For those who just recently went back to school or work, I hope you guys are not writing 2025 on any of your paperwork. Okay, just an FYI. Yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see, what you guys might need to know. It's a new year, it's a new month. We're starting off fresh. I'll see how I feel with the energy today because I don't think I did a post for my Capricorns at all, okay? I did do a post for Sagittarius season, before the year end, but I don't think I did one for Capricorn season, and Capricorn season started like so long ago, right? But anyways, I'll see how the energy is. If I do have enough time for today, if not, maybe tomorrow, I'll see if I can post something for Capricorn season and, what you guys could be feeling or what you might need to know for the rest of the season before we get there, okay? There is also a new moon, I believe, January 18th. That is I believe it's in Capricorn. So I will be also posting later on, I believe maybe later on in the week or maybe next week so that you guys can get that reading or that message or blog or post or whatever the case may be before the 18th. And that way you guys can kind of have an idea on how you guys need to move with the energy and how you guys need to go about. Now, for some of you, this may not resonate. It's only for those who are very in tuned with like the moon cycles or the retrogrades and things like that, and you guys can actually feel it. That could be confirmation as well. All right. But anyways, let's jump into it. I will not be using any charms for this message, just an FYI. I just will be using the deck for all 5 decks and to see what messages may resonate for some of you. All right. So let's get started. And again, I hope you guys are having a really good day so far. Again, if you're not having a good day, that's okay. Tomorrow's always a brand new day. Allow yourself to go through those emotions and then, release them and move forward. Okay. So it's easier said than done, but trust me, the less negative energy that you have in your body, the better. Okay. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 5th? What does the collective need to know for January 5th, Spirit? What messages do you have for the collective for January 5th? What do they need to know at this time, please? What messages do you have for January 5th, please, for the collective, Spirit? What do they need to know at this time? So the first card that showed up is February, okay? I did mention that, like I said, with the new moon showing up, there is a new moon in Capricorn, but we will be slowly getting closer to Aquarius season, right? So February could be very significant. Aquarius and Pisces season may resonate for some of you when it comes to Aquarius energy. Again, Pisces energy may resonate as well. Maybe some of you guys may have Aquarius and Pisces placements in your chart. You don't necessarily have to, but the energy of Aquarius and Pisces may resonate for some of you for the month of February, okay? Now, this could be about technology as well, or this could also be about social matters, like social media, for example. But some of you guys could be inventing something new, and that could be what's showing up in the energy when it comes to creativity and also being very like thinking outside the box. Some of you guys could be doing certain things where your emotions could be connected to it. So this could be like about, your dreams, music, creativity, things like that, psychic abilities, right? But Also, when it comes to social media, you being able to put yourself out there and do something that maybe is very unorthodox, okay, to other people. So especially when it comes to like religious people, you guys could be doing certain things that they don't agree with or they frown upon, okay. South Node also wanted to show up, so some of you guys could be going through a lot of self introspection. Now, this could be lessons that you're learning right now, or this could be fears that you guys are overcoming at this time as well. Okay, but this could be happening during February, which is Aquarius, and also Pisces season. But Spirit is saying that there's something that you guys are overcoming, or there's something about your karmic past that you guys are learning lessons or gaining knowledge about your karmic past. Okay, so Spirit is saying you've done it, celebrate. Okay, this could be about an achievement, or this is about you being empowered at this time to move forward in this new beginning, okay? But Spirit is saying you need to celebrate yourself more because there's something that you've completed or accomplished, okay? Yeah, social media showed up. So social media could be significant at this time. For some of you guys who have social media, Spirit is saying to keep posting, right? Don't let the naysayers say anything to you. Now, again, this could be confirmation for those who do post on social media. Maybe some of you guys may not resonate with this right now. And some of you guys, funny enough, you guys are entrepreneurs, but maybe you guys don't know it as of yet because you guys haven't unlocked maybe that part of yourselves. For some of you, you may be young still. For some of you guys, you may be in your 30s. It all depends. But social media is very significant when it comes to you posting, putting yourself out there. Okay, healing other people could also be very significant as well. So even the gifts that you guys have, maybe you guys feel like the gifts that you have are not enough, and Spirit is saying that's okay to feel that way, but know that it is enough, okay? Being a shaman, being a Reiki healer, being someone who's good with energy or good with their hands is very significant. Being able to work with your hands also could resonate for some of you. And for some of you guys, also having doubt within what you're posting could be significant, but Spirit is saying to keep moving forward, okay? Yeah, spiritual traditions. So some of you may be Middle Eastern, or you may know someone who is Middle Eastern. This could be someone showing up in your energy. So even if that person hasn't shown up yet, they could be showing up in your energy shortly. But spiritual traditions could be very significant from the Middle East. Some of you guys could be having a lot of deep insight at this time as well when it comes to these spiritual traditions. Even when it comes to learning different traditions of cultures could be very significant as well, okay? So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective for January 5th? Thank you. So we have Sagittarius. Some of you may have a South Node in Sagittarius. You don't have to. Some of you, it may be an Aquarius or Pisces placement in your South Node. If this is not the case, this is about you guys taking adventure, okay? Expanding your knowledge and wisdom, being more open-minded when it comes to, you know, learning new things, but also being a philosopher, okay? Saying you don't know something or you need help with something, but then also being the teacher as well. So there is something about being a student, maybe learning something new, going within, understanding it a little bit more with, you know, in depth, okay? Sometimes even conveying the message could be very significant too. So you may have a really good idea, but it's how you put it out there or how you push yourself to put it out there, right? But some of you guys could have Sagittarius placements. If this is not the case, this is about moving forward, taking action, that fire energy, and being able to expand, okay? So ancestors and guides are very significant. Maybe you guys are receiving divine guidance or messages from your ancestors and guides. There is something about being protected as well in what it is that you guys are building or what you're doing on maybe social media. But coffee or tea could resonate as well. So again, when it comes to taking action, okay, being very calm, okay, going into introspection. This is yin yang energy. Some of you guys may have this energy within yourself, okay? Some of you guys could be cleansing your energy or being able to protect your energy, like I said. For some of you guys with this protection, this could be an ancestor or a guide, but there is something about wanting to buy more sage and protecting your energy. So crystals could be very significant, where you guys could be buying crystals and learning more about what crystals resonate for you or with you, and what crystals can help protect your energy at this time. We have here drinker. Okay, some of you guys could drink, or there is something about emotional releasing that's very significant. For some of you guys could be in your 20s to 30s. So yeah, there is something about indulgence. Okay, like, again, indulgence doesn't have to be drugs per se. These indulgences could be eating too much junk food, okay? Not eating healthy enough, always drinking pop, always drinking beer or drinking alcohol, or, you know, things of that matter, okay? Everybody's body's different. You know, everything is in moderation, basically. So if you overdo something, obviously your body is not going to be able to take that, okay? So if you're eating junk food every single day, imagine what your body feels like on the inside, okay? Like, if you don't feel good on the outside, imagine how you feel on the inside. So what you put in your body could also be very significant when it comes to eating more clean. And trust me, it is harder to eat cleaner, and it's harder to eat more healthier, especially when you live in a society where everything is fast paced, okay? We're in North America. Everything is fast. Nothing is slowed down, okay? Even other countries are starting to become like this as well, where if you go to certain places like the Philippines or in the islands or anywhere that has like a tropical climate, you may notice that a lot of people are very relaxed or chill, or they're just very carefree. And it's not to say that these people don't work. They work really hard, okay? But it's the energy of being able to have that freedom, okay? In North America, it's different because everything is so go, 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 go. Everything is fast paced. So there is something about what you put in your body and how that makes you feel. So if you're eating junk and grease and drinking coffee every day, not drinking water, you know, things like that, you start to feel it in your body. So again, what you eat could be very significant at this time. Some of you may be of the ages of 20 to 30. So there is something about emotional releasing that's very significant if this is about certain indulgences, whether this is people, places, or things, okay? So smoker also wanted to show up as well. Some of you guys could be smokers who resonate with this, you know, message. Or for some of you guys, you may have an ancestor or a guide who was a smoker, okay? For some of you guys, maybe you do certain things and you may not realize why you do this, okay? Like, maybe some of you guys may wake up one morning and you may eat a certain food that you've never had before, or you've never really craved, you know, that much, but because your ancestors and guides are within you, you have certain things about you that may feel like home to them. So every time you put something in your body that's closer to home and self, it actually helps them help you, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, like from a spiritual sense, what you put in your body helps your ancestors help you. Okay, so even just being able to release and let go, you are helping your ancestors release and let go certain karmic cycles that they had to go through during their time period, but they never had that closure. Okay, so it's really deep for some of you guys who resonate with the message, but smoking could be very significant at this time. Again, some of you guys could be smokers. I mean, hey, we all have our things that we do. So there's no judgment here, but this could be confirmation. Even how you express yourself, your voice, your lungs, things like that. Basically, throat chakra energy and how it is linked to your energy could resonate as well. Blonde hair could be very significant. You don't have to have blonde hair, but also driving on the highway could also be very significant. If this is not physically, Spirit is saying that you are divinely connected to certain angels, okay, to source, basically. Okay, now for some of you guys, this is not a psychosis. This is not you having one of those moments where you feel like you can change the world and heal the world. No, okay, some of us may feel like that, sure, right? But it's one thing to feel like that and feel like, you know, it's starting to take over your life. And then there's another thing where you guys are doing it because you feel inclined to, you feel divinely guided to. You always felt like there was something in you where maybe you could be wanting to help a lot of people or be there for people emotionally. And I think people don't realize that sometimes it's not about money and what you have. It's just sitting down and being a listening ear for somebody who is going through something, okay? A lot of times we go within ourselves, which is fine as well, but let's be realistic. We are human and we are, made a certain way, okay? As humans, we are a soul, but we're in a human experience. And as much as we sit here as humans with souls that say, oh, I don't care if I have friends, I don't care about this, I don't care about that, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. It's true. We don't care. But let's be realistic. There may be times where you do want to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, hey, how are you? And chat it up and speak, about certain things about life and whatever the case may be. Okay? And nothing is wrong with that. That is the human experience. For some of you guys could be feeling like, it's not safe to move forward when it comes to emotionally releasing, certain people, places, and things. You may feel like if you release this, you're not going to get it back. And Spirit is saying, no, the more baggage and burdens that you release from your energy, the more lightness, you feel more light, okay? The more that you can attract more because of how light and free flowing you are, okay? So obviously take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation as well for some of you, but that's the current energy at this time. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time for January 5th? What other messages do you have for the collective for January 5th, please? Thank you. Okay, so some of you guys may have straight hair or loose curly hair, but this is about your discernment. Okay, this is about your spiritual energy. There's something about your antenna being activated at this time. So again, take what resonates with that. Like I said, eating healthy could resonate for some of you guys when it comes to, like I said, what you put in your body. Let's be real. The more crap that you eat, the more that you feel like crap. And I'm just trying to be honest, okay? Yes, food is expensive, life is expensive, everything is expensive, but at the same time, there could be ways to work around it. So if we can't afford to buy, vegetables and fruits that are fresh, then it's okay to buy frozen fruits and frozen vegetables. Blend them up in a smoothie, okay? Whatever the case is, so that you can try to get the nutrients that you need in your body. Spirit is saying to do that. If you have to go to a local farm that's cheaper, then do that. But there is something about taking vitamins and taking care of yourself, making sure your body is 100%. We only have one body. We only live once, okay, in a specific lifetime, okay? And it's almost like to say, would you prefer your body to feel like crap so that you can feel like that and then you start putting that energy out there? Or do you want to feel good and eat good and put out good energy? So it's almost like, give or take, right? So passion could be very significant when it comes to, what it is that you're passionate about in life. For some of you guys, whatever it is that you're passionate about, whether this is like a new project or a job or whatever the case may be, you are protected at this time. Okay, it's showing up in the energy that you guys are protected, and it is okay for you to move forward. Okay, so traveling could be very significant. Pluto energy also showed up in the energy for transformations, right? Some of you now are stepping into your power. This is about evolution, okay? Some of you guys are being able to tap into deep emotions. So being able to resonate with people who are able to go deeply into their own emotions and not being scared to tap into those, okay? So Asian background culture, maybe some of you guys have Asian culture or backgrounds or traditions. If not, this could be about learning and understanding different people's cultures from different parts of Asia, right? So some of you guys, this could be about connecting with cultures and a spiritual level, but also when it comes to you as a person, some of you guys can connect deeply to the universe, okay? And this is also ancestral wisdom, where some of you guys could have a lot of ancestral wisdom from your elders, okay? Even if you never met your elders, you guys could be someone who taps in and you guys can say things or do things that have people kind of looking at you like, how would you know that for, I guess, for your age, right? You may not be able to see the card. Let me do this instead because I just realized that they cut off, so I'll put it here. Okay, so that could be confirmation. We have the sun at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let me see if I can get some dates and initials just to see what shows up. Okay, so we have the initials Z. Okay, some of you guys may have the initials Z in your name. Take what resonates with that. You don't have to, but that could just be confirmation. Okay. The number 17 is very significant. So maybe some of you guys are born on the 17th. Okay, so for some of you guys that saw that card, we have February. That's very significant. Now, some of you guys could be born between January 20th to February 18th, which is Aquarius season. Okay. And then again from February 19th to 20th, which is Pisces season. So some of you guys could have Aquarius placements. Maybe you guys are born on February, I want to say February 17th. Take what resonates with that. Maybe you guys are Aquariuses, but again, that could be confirmation, okay? Also, the number 17 talks about manifestations as well. So feeling aligned or trusting in the manifestations when it comes to partnerships with the universe, and spiritual leadership as well, okay? And even with the number 8, this is talking about power and intentions, okay? So 31 is also significant as well. So something about the 31st could resonate for some of you guys. Even December 31st could be confirmation. Maybe something could have happened during that time. Maybe you guys could have went through an awakening, but whatever the case is, there's something about these initials that resonate for some of you. But let me see if I can also get some channeled messages as well. Okay, so let's see what channel messages decide to come out at this time when it comes to the energy for January 5th, okay? So let's see. Okay, so we have the Dominican Republic. That's very significant. And then we also have Cuba. Now, some of you guys could be from the Dominican Republic, or there's something about both of these countries that could be very significant at this time. There could be certain things happening within these countries. If that's not the case, this is about being very direct when it comes to community, and also when it comes to music and community spiritual practices. Some of you guys are coming together with other people who share similar practices as you, okay, in the spiritual realm, okay? But again, like I said, when it comes to dealing with other backgrounds, people, cultures, like I said, learning cultures, understanding the culture, having appreciation and not, appropriation could be very significant at this time. Okay. Like, for example, it's like West Indians, right? Like everybody, who knows somebody who's from the West Indies, especially Jamaicans as well, sometimes there is this feeling of appreciation, and then there's sometimes a feeling of appropriation where people may not realize that they could be doing a lot of things, saying a lot of things that are a part of our culture, but they don't realize how disrespectful it can be if people don't do the proper, research and background and understanding that, hey, there's certain things that you don't say or you don't do, okay? I'm sorry. I mean, I understand that we all have freedom of speech, but again, at the same time, it's like, learning to also have integrity for ourselves as well, okay? I'm not going to go to someone's country and be disrespectful to their country, okay? And use their words and say things that I feel like I shouldn't be saying, because it's like, oh, well, I have these group of friends, so it's okay for me to say this. It doesn't work like that, okay? And for some of you guys, you guys could be around people like that, where people may feel like it's okay to say things or do things because they're friends with you, or, because of your culture or your background, like they think it's okay and it's not, okay? Not everybody's like this. Some people can take a joke, some people are very open, but at the same time, I want to be honest and say that not everything is a joke. I feel like certain things, there's a time and a place, for certain things, okay? So, for example, that's like, say I'm not someone who has Jamaican heritage or roots or anything, and say that I do go to the islands, I can still appreciate the country, I can still appreciate the food and things like that. The appropriation, that where it comes from, is walking around with a fake Rasta hat on my hat with fake dreads and walking around and saying, yeah, man. And you know what I mean? Like making it seem as if like I care about the appreciation of the culture, but I don't. And you can tell when someone appreciates someone's culture versus when someone is just doing it just to get likeliness or to be, well sought out after. Okay, so take what resonates with that when it comes to, spiritual practices and, traditions and things like that. It's like Palo Santo. Not everyone knows how to use Palo Santo. Not everybody knows how to use sage. Not everybody knows how to use frankincense. And I feel like that's also where the, appropriation can come from as well, where other people could be using other people's traditions and cultures, but instead of doing their research and understanding what they should and shouldn't do, I feel like people are kind of just all willy-nilly and doing things, and I feel like it's kind of opening up Pandora's box, okay? Especially with people who go to caves or mines and they dig up certain things like artifacts and things, and it says not to touch it, and then we go ahead and we open it. That is also confirmation of discernment, where it's like you have to have discernment about what it is that you do and how you go about it, okay? And being careful about it as well, and protecting yourself. And it's not to scare you guys, but it's also about having, discernment, and also having, appreciation for other people's cultures without being disrespectful and their traditions, okay? So this card says, can I give you the world? Maybe somebody feels devoted to you. They feel like, they could maybe take care of you, okay? There's some type of admiration, okay? So this says, can you give me a sign? Wine and Gibbous Moon wanted to show up. And then we also have, can we meet somewhere to talk, okay? So there's something about synchronicities, seeing signs, okay, when it comes to confirmations. But then again, you guys could be releasing and going through a lot of reflection at this time while you guys are harvesting. So right now, you guys could be sitting in between the full moon right now. So this could be the full moon and the last quarter moon, which could be happening at this time, okay? For some of you guys, the reason why I say that is because the full moon just passed. And for some of you guys, when it comes to, completions, you guys could have completed a cycle. So while you guys are going through this transition at this time, because again, that's why the card says you've done it, celebrate yourself. There's something about January 9th that could be very significant, because that is the last quarter moon. Now, that last quarter moon for the 9th, and I believe the 10th as well, I think it goes up until, let's see here, it goes up until the 13th, okay? And basically that gibbous moon cycle is going to be in Libra, okay? So it goes from Libra, and then in the 11th it goes from Libra to Scorpio, and from Scorpio it goes from Scorpio to I believe Sagittarius, okay? So for some of you guys that resonate with this, there's something about the moon cycle that you guys could be feeling a lot of shifts, a lot of changes, things like that, okay? And right now we are in the waning crescent moon cycle, so that's confirmation, okay? You could have somebody protecting you, Okay, with the ancestors and guides card showing up, you know, you may have a passed on loved one protecting you at this time. Okay, whoever this person is protecting you, they are protecting and guiding you throughout your journey. Okay, so let's see what else shows up. And I do apologize that this video is like almost 30 minutes long, but again, I like to make sure that you guys get, you know, a really good reading, okay? Because it's not like the cards are coming out and we're just spewing out nonsense. We just want to make sure that you get the proper messages for whoever resonates with this, okay? So yeah, shiver. This is confirmation. This is a spiritual yes. Okay, you guys could be seeking truth, or you guys could be receiving a lot of truth right now. For some of you guys are in alignment at this time. So whatever this spiritual yes is, this is confirmation for somebody watching this video. Quantum leap wanted to show up. So there's something about going through a breakthrough. Rapid changes could be very significant as well. And also when it comes to skipping steps, some of you guys could feel like, you know, people around you may skip a lot of steps when they get to wherever it is that they get to, or this could be your energy. People may feel like you skip a lot of steps, but they don't realize how divinely guided and connected you are. There's a reason why you're able to quantum leap or quantum jump, okay? So taking a leap of faith could be very significant. Because you took a leap of faith in yourself and the situation, it's allowing you to move forward, like I always say, okay? Quiet confidence, so inner knowing without noise, okay? This is about certainty, calm, strength, and trust, and also energetic seal, okay? Closure, protection, completion. You guys are being protected at this time. Having boundaries and closure is very significant for somebody at this moment. For some of you guys, you guys could feel like there is someone in your energy who is either draining you or pulling on your energy, okay? And this is what's depleting you at this time. So some of you guys could be having your boundaries up or needing to have your boundaries up at this time. For some of you guys, this could be about just protecting your energy when it comes to people, places, and things, especially if you're somebody who travels a lot, okay? This could be confirmation as well. If you're somebody who travels a lot, or, you know, you go to a lot of different places, you meet up with a lot of different people, Spirit is saying to cleanse your energy. Okay, cleanse your energy because you could be very sensitive to other people's energies at this time. Now, we have here brown eyes. Some of you guys could have brown eyes. Take what resonates, okay? You guys could be very sensual within yourself, your body, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, but being able to flow could be significant for some of you guys. So some of you guys who are very being able to flow may have water placements or water sign placements in your chart. We also have something happening in about 1 week. So 1 week could be very significant. And like I had said to you guys before, when it comes to January 9th, that could be confirmation because we are in the waning gibbous moon cycle. All right, so yeah, being open, right? Society, astrology, friendships, freedom, Uranus energy could resonate for some of you guys, okay? So for some of you guys that resonate with this message with Uranus, this is about being very rebellious and having rebelliousness, and also revolution, okay? So revolution could be anything. This could be fighting for what you truly, you know, believe in, what you truly desire, and this might not even just be for you. You could be fighting for like other people as well who can't, you know, speak up for themselves, or they can't, you know, show up for themselves the way you do, okay? With the flow card in Uranus, the flow, and Curvy and Uranus coming out together, there's something about water, beach, and like I said, flow, okay? Going with the flow, your body. Drinking more water could be very significant. Maybe someone needs to drink more water so that they can flow a little bit more better with this energy. Especially if you are a water sign, you need to be near water. So finding different ways to be near water could also be confirmation, especially with the full moon that just passed, okay? So let me see if I can get some other cards here. Even if it's like one or two, I just want to see what message shows up for you guys as confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So lavender is very significant when it comes to spiritual cleansing, intuition, calm, and healing. So some of you guys are starting to move into this calm, peaceful energy. Now, for some of you guys could have went through a spiritual cleanse, where you guys could be cleansing out your energy at this time from, stagnancy of old people, places, and things, those who don't resonate with you. Even your intuition could be very significant, where you guys could be using lavender to help cleanse your, energy as well. So that could be confirmation for some of you watching this video today. Okay, so Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? See if I can get one more, because I'm at 34 minutes already. So let's see. I'll take that. Yeah, so Barbados wanted to show up as well. Okay, so Barbados could be very significant. We have the Dominican Republic, we have Cuba. So there is something about the West Indies that could be very significant at this time. Again, like I said, I don't really watch the news, so this could also be like a heads up as confirmation for those who like to use, divination to find out what's going around the world or what's going around with them. Okay, but lavender could be very significant, and also Barbados when it comes to joy, seeking out adventurous opportunities, and also receiving clarity at this time, especially with Sagittarius also showing up in the energy. Okay, so balance is very significant. Spiritual cleansing may resonate for some of you. Even lavender tea, or just using lavender in your home, whether this is burning a candle or just whatever the case may be. Some of you guys, when it comes to your energy, you guys are maybe needing to spiritually cleanse, because again, maybe some of you guys are very sensitive to other people's energies, and you guys can pick up on that. Okay, and nothing is wrong with that, but you guys also have to protect yourself. Okay, so anyways, guys, I'm already at 36 minutes. I'm going to end it here. But again, thank you again for watching up until this point of the video. And thank you for supporting my page and my channel and what I'm trying to, build and grow at this time, especially with nowadays, right? It's easy to post videos online, and it's easy to, put yourself out there, but anybody who is in the collective who has their own business or is starting a business, or want to put yourself out there, know that it's not easy, but the work and the rewards are very rewarding in the end. Okay, the achievements are very rewarding because you were the one that did it, you were the one that put that work in. So again, I just want to say thank you to those who support what I'm trying to build and what I'm trying to do. Again, for those who do divination, and you guys have your own page or channel, it has its moments. Okay, it has its moments. You have your good days, you have your bad days, and that's okay. But I'm only saying this because I want you guys to keep putting yourself out there and pushing, even if it's not this kind of stuff. Just being able to put yourself out there, whether this is a job, an opportunity, school, whatever it is, knowing that you tried, even if it doesn't work out, you tried, but you never can say to yourself that you never did it, right? And that's the energy where I want you guys to be confident and be assured of yourselves. Okay, guys, so I'm going to end it here. And also what I was going to say to those who post on social media as well, for those who post educational things and are not posting toxic things like, toxic relationship readings, or, is my ex coming back, like those kind of things. If you guys are posting videos that are very educational, but you guys are not seeing a lot of love or respect for the time and energy that you put in there, that's okay, guys. That's okay. Someone will see your work. Someone will appreciate your work and see the effort, the energy and time, and the quality that you put into your work, and it will come back to you, okay? Sometimes when you use your gifts for what they're supposed to be used for and not for what society wants you to use it for, for drama or clout, or to, to make people feel like they're being helped, but they're not. Some of you guys may feel this energy, and trust that. Trust your intuition, trust your instincts, trust that, okay? I mean, I post on here as well, but I'm not going to force you, you know what I mean, to do something you don't want to do. With my channel, everybody has the ability to have freedom and discernment. So if you book a reading with me, you do, right? And if you don't, that's okay too. But I think a lot of people are missing the plot when it comes to, doing things to help people because they want to help people, and not doing it because it's a fast, easy check, okay? We're talking about people's lives, their emotions, their mental well-being. And when it comes to that, I don't joke about that, guys. So if I do pull messages and I feel like there could be something to do with, mental stability and things like that, I will definitely say to go to a therapist or go to somebody who is, able to assist you in that manner, versus someone who's just giving solicited advice, as someone who does counseling or things of that matter, right? But anyways, guys, thank you for watching up until this point of the video. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.